Well, here we go. The news and you. What's in the news and how it affects you? How can we plan for it? How can we prepare? What lessons can we take away from it? This is for October 22nd, 2024. Dicey travel after first snowfall. So, yep, as predicted, it snowed last night and yesterday. Well, I'm in Alberta, so that's where I'm updating from. Lots of vehicles in the ditch last night. I'm sure there'll be a lot more this morning. People will be late for work. Tow truck companies will be busy. Hopefully, nobody's been injured. What can we take away from this? Well, it wasn't a surprise. It is yesterday was the 21st of October. We live in Canada. It was in the news. It was on weather reports. There was weather advisories. There was warnings. There was updates. So if it caught you by surprise, you have to start and then up your information gathering game. That's a big part of prepping for anything. Be alert to what's happening. A lot of things are definitely forecast or definitely predicted. Information is key. Be preventative. You have to get ahead of all these things. There's basic things you can be doing to prepare yourself for a myriad of eventualities and possibilities, but this is one that it's a contingency, a backup plan that we have to have in place, especially living in Canada. Prepare your vehicle, as discussed over the last few updates with the weather. Again, that's why it should be no surprise. Have your snow tires on. Have your my daughter called and said, "Where's the snow brush? I don't have one in my van." Well, that's part of preparing your vehicle as well. Unless you want to use your hand, your credit card, your mitt. Um, have your warm clothes. If you're going to take dress shoes for work, wear your winter boots in the car, or at least have them in the car. Have your warm jacket, snow pants, toque, all those things. Even if you're going to just sit it out and call for help, you still want to have your warm clothes there. You might be forced to walk, or you might have to just bundle up to stay warm. Have your emergency kit. Have your snacks, your water that you take with you so it doesn't freeze overnight, your blanket, sleeping bag, things like that, a flashlight, first aid kit, booster cables, maybe a tow strap. Have those things ready. Leave early, right? If you know that conditions are going to be poor and you're going to have to reduce your speed, and you might have to take some detours, leave early. Plan it into your schedule. Does it suck to get up earlier? Yes. And put your lights on. Who knows if some of the accidents were caused by people without with just their little fog lights on or no lights on at all. Put your headlights on, put your tail lights on, be visible. Evacuation orders for North Shore residents, so Vancouver. Despite mitigation efforts after the 2014 flooding, controls were overwhelmed. So the article talked about how they had put in culverts, they had put in different measures to try and prevent this from happening, but it still happened. They said they had a 1 in a 100-year event. Just so everyone is on the same page, a 1 in a 100-year event doesn't mean it only happens once every 100 years. So you might think, well, it happened in 2014. We should be good. Well, that means there's a 1% chance every year that it could happen, or more. You could get multiple events in a single year. It doesn't just have to be that one. So what are the lessons? Have your go bag ready. Evacuations do happen. You have to be ready on a moment's notice to go. What if the evacuation order came in the middle of the night? What if you were at work when it came? Do you have a kit in your car that can at least help out a little bit? Have multiple evacuation routes from your area in case the primary way you normally go is impacted. I remember when I was with fire department, we were just responding to an accident, and it was at an intersection, and we had taped it off, not allowing traffic to go through. And there was a couple of people that just sat there, and we said, well, we could be a few hours here. You should detour. Oh, no, this is the way I go home. So I'm just going to wait. Expand your thinking. Have those different routes. Plan it out. Think about it beforehand. Flood-proof your house and belongings as much as possible. Even if you're sheltering in place or staying put, you want to have your stuff protected. And if you have to evacuate, you want to at least have some confidence that maybe your most valuable keepsakes will be there when you get back. So put them in as waterproof containers as you can. Keep them high, keep them dry. All kinds of things that you can do to help to mitigate damage. And for planners, why the 1 in 100-year event? Why is that what we plan for? I'm assuming cost. But I know when I was with Calgary Water, the good folks there, they were planning and talking about 1 in 500-year event or 1 in 1,000-year event is the mitigation efforts that they would take it to, because the 1 in 100-year events were just becoming more frequent. So, they were becoming 1 in 20-year events. That magnitude was becoming more frequent. So again, as the weather and different impacts seem to be exacerbated and get greater in magnitude and more often in frequency, you have to change the way we're doing things. You have to change your planning. Packages stolen by porch pirates. So this is not new, but again, it was in the news. So let's refresh ourselves with it. Delivery stolen within hours of drop-off. So if you will be away or think you'll be away at the time they said they were going to be dropping off the package, consider having it delivered to a friend. Or have your neighbors watch out for the delivery, maybe pick it up for you. Or at least watch out for the pirates. Have a secure box area that the delivery person can leave it. Out here in our rural setting, I've seen a few kind of boxes or chests that are at the end of a driveway. So the delivery person is not, they don't get through the gate, but there's a code or something they can use to open up the storage area, deposit the package, and leave. Now that's if they have the professionalism and the respect to actually do that. I've seen lots of people just, not, despite your instructions, despite all your best efforts, they don't do it, but can't solve for stupid sometimes. And shop more locally. I myself, I like to think I probably won't fall victim to your order is ready or your order has been delayed texts or emails, because I don't order things online. I shop locally, even if it costs me a little bit more. Support local. I just found out, was out meeting some new neighbors in our area, and a community that's very important. Get to know your neighbors, and found out one of my neighbors is a hairdresser. My son and I were just talking about, I have virtually no hair, and he has a big red afro. So we were saying, you need your haircut. Now we can go and support our neighbor. So shop locally. That'll help with a lot of these scams and thefts and things like that. That's it. Thanks very much.